This podcast contains discussions about sensitive topics, including mental health, alcohol and substance use, as well as suicide. It may also include strong language. The viewpoints expressed by guests do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the hosts. Listener discretion is advised. If you or someone you know needs support, please reach out to a trusted professional or a helpline.
Twist the throttle, let it burn. Every mile's a lesson learned. Leaning hard, don't let it slide. Life's a ride we cannot hide.
Welcome back to another episode of Twist the Throttle. Thank you, listeners and watchers, for all your feedback, which has been really good. We've got the keychains, which are out and about now, which is good.
Upside down.
Upside down, and we'll turn it that way. There we go.
Find your fuel.
If you found that and you've made your way to our podcast through somebody giving that to you, welcome. This week we've got Cory from Men's Mental Militia. Mental Health
Militia.
Mental Health Militia. I love the Metal Militia kind of similarity. Yeah.
So we caught up with you at the Complete Health Geelong's mental health day down in Geelong just before Christmas, and we invited you in to have a bit of a chat. You had a good story to tell.
Yeah.
Before we get into the too heavy, we started as a bike podcast, mate. What are you riding at the moment?
Just started riding in September. My first bike is the 04 V-Star 650.
I love it.
Yeah.
Everyone gets a V-Star for their first bike.
What was yours? What year was yours? Do you remember?
It was one of the last ones, either a 17 or a 6.
Okay, yours is, she's pretty old too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought it with just under 5,000 K's on it.
Oh, wow, so
Yeah.
pretty much new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't look pretty, but
That's that.
Yeah.
Everyone buys that bike and then parks it.
They're actually
Or
pretty
do
easy
they-
to work on now. Clutches on them, carby tunes and fuel tanks.
Yeah.
They don't really like being run out of fuel.
yeah, I've never worked on a bike before, and
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot.
Yeah.
By
No,
fire.
it's good. No, it's good.
So,
Yeah.
Weren't into bikes before that?
Look, the life I lived didn't lead me that way.
Yeah, fair enough. All good. So why that bike? What got you? What gives you that one?
6'3".
Yeah.
And I wanted something that was the biggest so that I wasn't in a rush to upgrade.
Yeah.
That was the idea, but now I can't wait to upgrade.
You're like, get me a Harley.
I don't know.
So you're still on restrictions at the moment?
Yeah, so doing my second part of the licensing in the next couple of months.
The check road.
I've got 3 years on the restricted bike.
Yeah.
I can't wait to be over.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
That's so painful what you guys have to go through now.
Oh, it's insane.
I
But
think it's
Victoria's
one of the
one of the only states that do it still.
I got my license in Victoria. I didn't have to do all that.
Yeah, it's only been the last
4 years or something.
more than that. I had my L's like 8 times or something. I can't even remember that many times.
Lapsed.
It would come up due to go for my P's, and I'd be broke
Busy or-
working in Perth, or
Yep.
there was always something coming up that I couldn't do it at that time. So I'd just lapse, then I'd go back, do it again. Like, every time I walked in the place, they go like, "Why are you here? Why are you back?"
What was your first memory of being on a bike, Cory?
I did just a little 2-hour foundation class before I went for the learners. But back in the day, my mate had a 250 and a 75. And he goes, "Let's jump on the 75. I'm like, "Nah, go big, go home."
Yeah.
Was on a property, he had horses. Long story short, the bike went through the fence. Prize horse got out and took us about 2 days to get him back.
Oh shit.
So that was it.
I might give this a rest.
Yeah.
So what does riding give you mentally that nothing else does?
It's a passion I never knew I needed.
Yeah.
Just getting on the bike, even a few close calls, I'd just come away with a smile on my face, obviously because I got through it. But even the first time I got on the highway was totally by accident. And
Oh shit.
a couple of Ks, yeah, exactly. A couple of Ks in, I'm like, "Oh yeah, cool. Oh, it's fine. I'll get off at the next exit. 20 Ks down the highway, I'm still going. I'm like, I better go home." Big smile on my face. The social side of it, like now riding with Troy
Yep.
and a few other boys, meeting people that back in the day when I was living a certain life wasn't a good idea to hang around with.
Yeah.
But now seeing the social side of it and seeing people coming out of it, it's just opened up all different doors socially. Yeah.
Like,
I was always happy with no friends, even just 1 or 2 real close friends.
Yeah.
But now I just can't get enough of meeting people. It's
Yeah.
great.
Do you like riding by yourself, or do you like going in group rides? You feel a bit safer in a group ride?
I feel safer at the moment on my own, but I have been riding a little bit in groups, like with Troy on Sunday. There's another 4 bikes. They're all on the bigger Harleys, so obviously mine's half the size, so I couldn't keep up on the takeoff and everything.
Yeah.
I was happy riding with them, and I'm still learning the etiquette when it comes to group rides.
Formation and that.
Formation, I've got more distance. I get a bit worried when I'm too close.
Yeah.
You don't think for a second and you're next to someone, it's like, oh, back off.
Yeah, it's a skill set.
Yeah.
People don't realise in a group. I always say to any new riders, don't even think about the guy behind you. Yeah, just watch that guy in front and give yourself enough room, but don't leave enough room for a car to get in.
Yeah.
So
But
there's
also
no
be in the mindset that you need to be in the mirror of his bike,
Yeah.
so he
Yeah.
knows where you are.
Yeah, so the checkered thing that's been drummed into me, like my wife's son, his dad, always been around bikes. So I went for a ride with him, and I was staying not where I should be. We pulled over, and he was like, sit in this side of the lane when I'm on this side. Cool,
Alright,
I'm
yeah,
learning,
yeah,
mate. I'm
yeah.
sure you will learning it one day, but hey.
yeah. It can be terrifying having a new rider behind you,
Yeah.
definitely, but you kind of have to trust that they're going to hit the brakes in time.
Well, I'm working myself up towards going on the Black Dog ride in
Yeah,
March.
nice. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
that'll
That's a good
be
one.
the biggest.
Are you doing, which one you going to do?
It's the day one from
Yeah.
the showgrounds.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to. Depends how I feel leading up to it, because it will be a massive day.
Yeah, we did the Seymour.
Ballarat.
Was Ballarat one last year or Seymour one?
I didn't do it last year. Maybe you did it without me. But we did the year before. We did the Ballarat one.
Yeah.
I forget.
Yeah.
It's a blur sometimes.
Yeah. Wyndham Bike Nights is doing the
Yes.
for the
Yeah, it's
Gremlin's
organising that, yeah.
all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
He's going to come on the show at some point.
Yeah, it'd be good to have her on.
Yeah.
So when you go to the survey, what's your go-to for food and drink?
Look, I try to stay away from servo food. Not that I'm, crashing on a diet.
Looking after yourself.
I look after myself a bit more than I used to. An iced coffee all the time.
Yeah, good.
Iced
mate. I'm
coffee,
an iced
yeah.
coffee man.
Yeah, I stay away from energy drinks.
I wish I
Yeah.
could. That's about 90% of my diet.
Do you talk to anybody when you're feeling up? I got a thing for starting conversations with people at the server.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
kind of sitting there going, "Oh, fucking nice car, mate."
There's been a few. I've had a couple of old guys come up to me, used to ride Harleys and just can't anymore. They get a bit nostalgic.
Oh,
I
yeah.
indulge them and end up having a 20-minute chat, holding people up. And you know
Yeah.
what? They can wait. Make
That's it.
someone's day.
You love it when you see the old boys, wandering around your bike, looking
Yeah.
at, oh, yeah.
I
that's
seen
not
a guy the
standard.
other day staring at my bike.
Yeah.
I just let him have a look.
I say jump on. Yeah.
I think one of my favourite bits is on TikTok. Before I started riding, you see these videos of kids on the side of the road and they're all,
Yeah,
on
yeah.
throttle, and people actually rev bomb, and it's like, why?
Yeah.
But then I've had kids do it to me,
And you're like-
and then I've done
The
it.
kids get excited and you go
Yeah.
away with a bigger smile than
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I think I said it on the last episode, I was going across the Westgate Bridge and I was going in between the traffic and somebody had the old kids had their arm fist out the window and it gave them a fist bump and I could hear them. And that was fucking gold. I loved it.
Yeah.
I remember pulling up at the lights and there's a young kid hanging out the side of his car and he's like, rev it, rev it, rev it. So I backed the bike up and got right next to him. I said, you rev it. And he's like, man, did it? I was like, well, man, so I'm like, hey. Get off it now, man. Thank you. So what's your dream ride? Now that you're on the bike, you've got your goal of the Black Dog ride, but what's a dream ride? Anywhere in the world, anywhere, anytime?
Tassie.
Tassie?
I love to take the bike.
Yeah.
Not this bike, but when I get something bigger, go on the boat and do the Tassie ride.
Been down there before?
My brother lives there, but I've
Yeah.
only been 3 times. It's only been for a short stay.
Yeah.
We plan to go for at least a week next year,
Yeah,
just
beautiful.
to have more of an explore.
Yeah.
Not on the bike, but
Yeah.
that's one of my dream ones.
Cool.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of good things. I've been there for work.
Yeah, you can do both sides. So if you do the west side, it's like all foresty and beautiful, and then if you do the other side, it's all like coastal
Coast,
and
yeah.
like more like the cliffs and stuff like that. Bit of the best of both worlds there.
Yeah.
So
The island's not that big. You can get around it in a day.
I wouldn't say a day. They reckon to do it properly, give yourself 4 or 5.
Yeah, right.
Try and make it a week trip and actually enjoy it rather than you'd probably do a lap and then lap me on the way back around before I got to the first stop.
Stop saying that. My parents listen to this.
Because he's such a responsible rider and I'm so slow. Yeah.
Has riding ever saved you from making a bad decision?
I wouldn't say that. I got my head pretty screwed on, other coping ways, but it has just lifted my mood. Having a bit of a crap day or if something's been a bit challenging, the ride certainly helps.
Yeah.
I haven't experienced that yet.
Yeah.
Who is Cory today, away from all the labels that have been put on you over the years? How do you see yourself these days?
I reckon just unapologetically myself.
Yeah.
Try to be a good husband. Try to be a good dad, and try to be just myself, for everyone.
That's all you can do.
Can do.
Just be better every day.
Yeah.
That's our saying. Every day, try and be a little bit
You're
better.
saying.
They're my saying.
I just like staying normal. I'm already pretty good.
Leave me alone. What's a good day for you now?
Oh, mate.
Waking up to the wife.
Waking up to the
Playing
wife.
with
The kids live in Bendigo with their mum.
Yep.
That's a bit of a rough thing at the moment. They're teenagers, so
Yeah.
not really keen on coming here for the time being.
Yep.
So that's kind of taking a bit of a back step. Still, they know I'm there. I think waking up next to the wife, knowing where I've come from, where I am today, it's just the best way to start it.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got no problem going to sleep. I've got no problem, waking up when I'm supposed to. Don't really wake up grumpy, so every day is a really good day.
So you talk to kids very often? Yeah.
My kids, it's all Snapchat these days.
Oh, yeah.
You write a novel, you get a one-word response, but that's better than nothing.
That's
you
true.
know?
At least you're in their thoughts. as
Yeah.
well.
No, I've got a granddaughter. She's 6. Actually started school yesterday.
Yeah, well.
Prep. So that's pretty cool.
Awesome.
But yeah, that's pretty much a good start to the day for me.
So we're going to get into your story, but when people hear your story, what's one thing they usually underestimate about how much work it took for you to get to where you are now?
Oh, it depends who you ask, I think. I feel like some people, they could potentially, I'm not saying they would, but they'd look for the loopholes. They'd look for the shades of grey. They'd look for the deception, which from where I come from, the way I was, I get it.
100%.
I get it.
You taught that behaviour.
Yes, you take me for what I am. My story is my story. It's no one else's. No one else can write it. We'll never stop, when it comes to recovery, comes to work, when it comes to physical health, everything. It's my shit, no one else's. Yeah.
So with all our guests, I asked you to send me a little bit about yourself so we could get some questions, keep the ball rolling. You and your brother were adopted young. Yeah. Do you remember much about that time?
But I've got a few snippets of memories. We weren't in care for very long, and then my parents gave us the best life I could imagine, the best upbringing anyway.
Yeah.
There's no issues there at all. Dad's German, mum's French, so it was very European, very traditional.
Beautiful.
I just went the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter about the upbringings.
No.
Sometimes it's in you.
Yeah.
So did you grow up feeling chosen, lucky, or different?
I remember feeling different. Primary school, you get the little dickhead say, oh, your parents never wanted you, and all that crap. It's shit. It still goes on, not with me. Growing up was a bit rough, but most of my family was very welcoming. One of my cousins was also adopted by my godmother and my uncle, so it wasn't unknown for the family. We were welcomed.
So they gave you that feeling of belonging from the
Yes,
start.
absolutely.
that's
Yeah,
awesome.
and we put them through shit.
Yeah.
We made them work for it.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I know I did.
Yeah.
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 So looking back now, what did your parents give you that helped later, even if you didn't see it at the time? Anything that you can attribute them to with your recovery
Yeah.
or anything?
So with Dad, it was a bit of a get up, get over it, move on. It's hard to tie that into recovery. It's hard to incorporate that only because it's not something that you get up, get over it, move on. You never do,
Yeah.
But the mentality of that and the metaphor of that, or the analogy, the drive
Yeah.
from Dad, that's 100%.
Yeah.
Mum, I'm a very sensitive person, sentimental, sensitive, all that. That's from Mum. And, that's helped me. It probably didn't help me through the recovery, but it has helped me, especially in my job now, having that empathetic side and all that, the compassionate side, that's from Mum, 100%.
100%. That's great.
Yeah.
Very similar with my family. Dad was the hard ass and mum was the angel.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mum was pretty mean. Being Scottish.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll tell your father. No, tell Dad. No, cop your punishment.
The funniest thing about our relationship is if he has a fight with his mum calls me and goes, will you go and talk to my son?
That's gold. I like that.
Leave him alone.
I'm like,
He's got
all
his
right,
own
Mum,
life.
yeah, no worries.
As a young teenager, you went through a bit of sexual assault.
Yeah.
How long did you carry that alone?
Oh. That was maybe 18, 19.
Yeah. Just didn't feel you could open up about it or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I confided in my first wife.
Yeah.
She's the one that blurted it out to the family
Right.
because it was a family member at the hands of a family member. Yeah, so that's how it all came out. That was rough.
Rough, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially being not in control of the way the information's delivered can really mess you up over time.
Yeah.
What does trauma look like when you have no language for it?
Substances,
Yeah.
self-medicating. When I hit it really hard.
Yeah.
Just going completely off the rails. Not really caring, not really holding a job back then. Initially, I treated people like absolute dirt because that's how I felt I was treated.
Yeah.
So it's mainly turning into substances. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So did you know back then that it was changing you, or only later did you realise that that might have been a trigger for you? Or?
I think, well, I know I've got an addictive personality. Let's just get that out there.
Yeah.
You know, but it gives me a bit of a understanding of, all right, that trauma could have led to, or is a big part of me trying to block it out.
Yeah.
And that's how I started, just to make things quiet.
Numb the pain.
Just to numb it and just to get away from it, not think about it, not think about life in general. But yeah, it just gave me more of an understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long did it take to actually recognise that you needed to go and get help?
Well, I was on and off everything up until 9 years ago.
Yeah.
Not all the time. When my eldest was born, I was clean, then I wasn't,
Yeah.
then I was clean, left their mum. Yeah, then 9 years ago, met my now wife, second wife. She was living here in Bendigo.
Who we met as well on the
Yes,
at the date.
yes,
She was awesome.
yeah,
It was,
yeah.
standing off to the side, smiling and beaming that you're on the show. That was great.
She's great.
You can't buy that support.
She saved my life
Yeah.
because she gave me the ultimatum
Yeah.
to clean up if I wanted something more.
Yeah.
Clean up, come here, or that's it. You know,
You'd reached a point where you're like, what am I doing?
I
Put your
was-
band to rock.
yeah, I was probably gramming half a day at least.
Not a cheap habit.
No,
No, and it's the follow on from that, spending $300 a day on drugs as well. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, but I lived with old mate towards the end, so wasn't paying for half of it.
Yeah.
Functioning addict too. I was working flat out
Yeah.
Yeah.
on the gear. You work
Yeah,
flat out.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Didn't even feel that I was working 7 days a week. It was just what I did.
Yeah.
And then keep getting on it. Yeah.
So your partner pointed you in the right direction towards actual help.
Look, when I moved here, I found out I had a warrant. I got done in Bendigo 4 times under the influence, like driving under the influence, and I didn't get any communication.
Yeah.
So I moved here, found that there's a warrant. So I went to the cop shop here. I rang them first. I'm like, shit, if I got a warrant,
Yeah.
I know I'm facing a bit of shit, so I don't want to go in.
Yeah. Locked up.
I'll call them and give a heads up.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they said, look, you called us, so, you know, just come in, we'll set up court and all that. So that was fine. But, yeah, then I come court day and I was shitting myself. The judge said, look, you know, if you face this in Bendigo, you would have gone in.
Yeah.
But, you've turned everything around. You're working at it. You're doing this, you're doing that. Corrections order, lost the license. And they just said, look, you come in here again for the same thing and
Will be it. Yeah.
bring a bag.
Bendigo up, it's still quite rampant up there, drugs and that.
Yeah.
So your coming down here was kind of a bit of a saviour as well, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Yes, so it got me away from everyone, from the scene. I couldn't go to Bendigo for quite some time.
Yeah.
Even when I started going, it was very
Bumping into
triggering.
people, yeah.
I was scared of seeing people. And at that time, I had no license, so I was catching the train to pick up the kids, bring them back.
To bump into people.
Yes,
Yeah.
so it was very worrying. Now I can go there, no issue. I got no problems at all. You know, and I've seen some people from back then, and they don't even recognise me anymore.
They're still going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, nasty drug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's underestimated the permanent damage it does too. Like, you know, it does damage to your brain. You know?
Yeah.
I can understand.
You can repair yourself.
I've spoken about the one time I actually tried that ice stuff, and I'm lucky that I never bumped into that person again.
Yeah.
I was working.
Yeah.
And, you know, I can understand why people don't come off it, because it's a fucking long journey to actually get that stuff out of your system.
Yeah. So I've done just about everything else. I was seeing a girl at the time in Bendigo. She wanted to get some. It was Christmas Eve. I'm like, yeah, sick, no worries. I call my mate. And New Year's Eve, I was chasing hard.
Yeah.
It got me quick.
Yeah.
And it's got me quicker than anything else has. I'm not talking cigarettes. Like cigarettes I smoked
Yeah.
for a long time. But everything else, you know, just build up.
Yeah.
But that was just bang straight away.
Yeah, straight away, you're like, I'm on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
This is what I want.
Yeah. And it was great till it wasn't.
It's one thing I try and explain like to my kids and that. I'm like, you know, everyone tells you how bad drugs are. The reason people do drugs is because you feel amazing, but it's what comes after that you got to think about. You feel great for the day, and then the next day you feel like shit, so you go and take more, and then you're fucking down.
So
and
it
down,
leads
up
into
and
my
down.
next question. You've described yourself as a functional addict. What did that actually look like day to day?
If I got some sleep, I'd get up. If I found an empty baggie, I'd put it in my coffee just to get a little bit of a, you know, a bit of a taste of it. Yep. And work 10, 12, 13 hours. Then get on maybe smoko time. and keep going.
Yeah.
My boss wasn't fully aware, but he had an idea.
Something was off, but
Something was off.
You're a good worker, so keep your mouth shut, mate.
I got to a point where I was doing the installation, and there's a factory we get the stuff from, and I wasn't allowed there anymore.
Yeah.
The boss would have to go pick up the trailer and drop it at my place so I can grab the ute and go do it. But there were things that were going on. Never ripped anyone off. Didn't have to, like I said.
Good morals, yeah.
Well, good morals.
well,
for a
yeah,
junkie.
well,
You know what I'm coming
Yeah,
from. You're not
yeah. But it really, I lost myself the day that I did it the way that I swore I never would.
yeah.
That scared the shit out of me. But it was so good. It really scared me. When I come back to my wife, when she gave me the ultimatum, I think it was 2 days later, started to calm down a bit more, looked at myself in the mirror and sobbed like a little bitch because I hated what I saw.
Yeah.
And it was because that plant was seated in my head.
Yeah.
I had a choice to make.
Yeah.
I moved to Geelong. I was 82 kilo
Yeah.
and my skin was hanging off my bones.
Yeah.
I had my cheekbones out.
Yeah.
I had no respect for myself.
Yeah.
I was just a sad sack of shit, really,
Yeah.
as it goes.
So you married young,
Yeah.
experienced a bit of domestic violence, and how did that warp your idea of love and safety?
All right. Back then, it was obviously not really seen or spoken about that blokes copped it.
Yeah.
Even now. But
It brings shame with it, doesn't
yes.
it?
And so it took the police to actually see her having hands on me at my job for them to do something. Even then, they didn't enforce anything.
Yeah.
That was over a couple of years after it started, as in the marriage part. And from there, I had a string of women, treated them like shit because I thought that's just the
That's
way it
how
goes.
it is.
You've done it to me, I'm going to give it back.
Yeah.
I never went as far as being violent towards them, but it's shag and leave kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just really had no respect for them, which I feel sick about now. But just wasn't right. And I, if I had, if I had said, "Oh, I deserved it," I didn't.
Yeah.
The first time there was anything like that, I'd finish work a little bit later than I thought I would. This is before I was on anything.
Yeah.
While I was not on anything anyway.
Yeah.
Rock home a couple of hours late from work and walked in the door, greeted in the face with a frying pan, and
Yeah.
broke a nose.
In what world is that an equal?
How's that okay?
Equal punishment.
Yeah.
I went through years of that.
Yeah.
My ex used to be violent. Drink a bowl of wine and grab you by your hair and fucking bang you.
Yeah.
The thing was, she accused me towards the end there of hitting her, and I'd fucking never touched that. No, not once.
And that's self-control too, because you can fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If you do, get back,
I endured it
yeah.
for a long time because of my kids.
But there was once where the cops were actually looking at me because she was at me, like she had me by the throat, and I had one of her wrists in my hand, and there was a slight little bruise on it.
Yeah.
The cops were looking at me, and that's before they took me seriously about what she was doing to me. It just makes you think.
There's a reason when you got to stay quiet about
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you go to do the right thing and you get accused of being the.
I used to
other way
drive
around.
home from work, and I used to fucking, when the car wasn't in the driveway, I'd be, oh, thank fuck.
Yeah. Relief.
Or I'd come home and the car's in the driveway, and you go, right now I've got to get ready.
Yeah.
So early life, mate, you lost your best mate at 21.
Yeah.
Where was that?
Yeah, that was a suicide.
Yeah. How, did that affect your spiral?
Oh,
Yeah.
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 That got me. I'm a little bit hesitant on that subject at the moment. At school, we just did a unit on risk of suicide.
Yeah.
That played a big part.
Yeah.
And I've-
Anything I bring up, if you don't want to talk about it, we don't talk
Yeah,
about
no,
it.
that's cool.
It's-
Love to
I'm not trying
normally.
to drag it, but
Yeah.
it's just, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to normally, but everything's a bit fresh at the moment when it comes to things.
This whole podcast was born because I lost a bunch of mates really quick.
Yeah.
The club was born from that as well.
Okay.
Blokes, once you get older, you sort of lose contact with everyone and you forget you've got that network around you. So, yeah, this is kind of us saying, like, hey,
Yeah, he picked up on me.
the normal blokes,
I
yeah.
split from me missus. He come at the right time.
Yeah.
I was doing my own thing, but hey, like you said, you're alone in your thoughts.
It's very easy to lose sight of it all.
Yeah.
So,
It was more as in the height of it, like when I was, I just kept saying, today's another day, just keep going. All I had was work and the gear. That was my life.
the world felt really small at that point.
Very small.
Yeah.
Very isolating, even though there was people around me all the time.
Yeah.
Everything was 100 mile an hour. Still feel very isolated. And you just hit it again so you don't feel that isolation.
So when you live and your life is basically just hit to hit, what does that do to your sense of the future?
I had none,
Yeah,
man.
just-
I had none. Nah, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
This is how I'm going to end
Kind
up.
of accepting the fact
Yeah.
that that could kill you and
Yeah.
didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I you know, till I come here when really put in, I didn't get, so yeah, what I was saying before about the court and everything, they got me to do drug and alcohol counselling and all that. That's the only counselling I did for it. So I've always been that person that I'll make a choice and that's it.
Yeah.
If I've got the support around me, I have my wife and my wife's son. He's been amazing. He's 32 or something. The people I have around me now, they didn't try to help. It was just helpful them being there in positive regard and all that. That helped immensely. Not all of them know the extent of what I was in Bendigo, but you know
They do now.
they know more now than what they did.
Yeah.
But I think they do trust in who I am now as well and what I've grown from. So that, you know, if they have ill feelings about it, they're definitely not letting me know.
That's good.
Yeah.
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 So once you found your wife, you got your stability. You kind of picked it up straight away that this is the happy place. This is the way forward.
Yeah, the whirlwind, absolute whirlwind. Moved here, you know, my wife, hairdresser, she's, you know, look, just do what you got to do. Let's just get better. So she was supporting us for a while, which I hated that more so that you know, European home, you got to provide.
Yeah.
So I did my best to find work, but it was my light bulb moment. So I got to do something in my life before it's too late.
So I want to just go back to that drug and alcohol thing you had to do for the police. How'd you go with that? Was it actually a good service for you? Was it ongoing or was it
No, I think it was only
a couple of sessions? or
Yeah. You watch a couple of videos
Yeah.
and do a little
So
test. That was it.
Get anything out of it?
Nah.
Not really.
Nah.
So I was in the city one night and I had a massive cocktail of everything. And that part of being caught is I had to do one of those drug program things. And the guy I did the counselling with was teaching me, like, it's okay to do drugs, but don't mix this with this.
I'm not sure that this is the court-appointed one.
No, but I think they'll probably be focused on the harm minimisation too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm learning at the moment as well.
I think that maybe that was his point. That
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't get you to stop everything. But
Yeah.
stop
alcohol,
doing this.
weed,
Yeah.
and other stuff,
Yeah.
mushrooms. And,
The good old ones, yeah?
The natural one.
Yeah.
So you mentioned getting a job. So you've held a job now 6.5 years.
That was for civil construction.
Why was that such a big milestone for you?
Just, you know, starting from ground, you know, starting on the shovel. And it actually gave me a sense of purpose and a sense of routine and seeing what I'm doing at the end result.
Yeah.
We'd lay the sewer on a job site and then we test it all and passes, and it's just seeing that back then it was very important, as you know, really instilling you got to have a foundation. You got to have that strong foundation to actually progress and to have those progressions stick.
Yeah.
Which is a great analogy for recovery as well.
Absolutely.
Because if you're you make that choice, be like, oh yeah, I'll just waver a bit here, but then jump onto this one. No, it's not going to stick. And if it does, good on you.
Yeah.
But concentrating on that step by step and getting through that step by step, it's more rewarding and more beneficial than just rushing through everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just taught me a sense of respect, sense of appreciation as well. I had a great boss. I just got a lot of responsibility in that job, and it taught me a lot about myself.
Yeah.
And what I wouldn't stand for. It taught me how to interact with people again, and I just got back to knowing my hardworking self.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Putting value back on a day.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's good. All right.
I was going to hope you take next one. We'll try. I'll try and say it. So, being diagnosed with losing spondylitis.
Ankylosing spondylitis.
Spinal stuff, correct?
It's a disease that your joints want to fuse. That's part of the arthritis family, but it's its own little thing that they have no cure for. I'm on monthly injections that slow it down.
Yeah, they can't stop it though. Yeah.
They can't stop it. I had surgery on my knee, not last year before, or might have been last year. And then since then, I've hurt the other one. Now they found more arthritis in that. So it's something that won't.
Was that the end of the construction work?
No,
Oh,
no,
so
no.
work your way through it?
Yeah, so I just put all my aches and pains down to the job.
Working hard.
But it got to the point where I'd wake up 2:00 in the morning, I'd have to crawl out of bed, turn the hot shower on and crawl in there and sit in there just so I could start moving, because the hot water helps, obviously. And it was shocking. It was debilitating. I'd be screaming. It's the worst pain I've ever felt.
So this was at a point where you're starting to get everything back on track. Did this feel like a punishment or just another test?
It was just another test, because this happened quite a long time, you know, after I jumped into like the healing stuff and the recovery journey. So I was well clear from all that.
Yeah.
No, I was starting to become well clear from it.
Yeah.
But yeah, It was a bit of a rough day hearing that I've got something like that.
Yeah.
But it also gave me
Answers.
Yeah, it gave me some answers. My wife was at me to go get checked out. And I'm there, no, it's just a job, just a job.
Yeah.
And she hates saying "I told you so," but
As if she does. She loves it.
All women hate saying that.
So when your body forced you out of construction, you could have fallen apart. So what stopped you from falling apart?
the fact that I knew who I was again.
Yeah.
I was actually happy with myself, and I was able to look at myself in the mirror and still be proud.
Yeah.
Having my wife as my backbone, she was
It's all right,
supportive.
we'll make it work. It's all right.
Yeah,
We'll figure it out.
absolutely. And I thought, you know, my boss, he actually pulled me aside, like when I went into the office to have a chat with him. He's like, "Look, we're going to make you redundant." And I'm like, "Shit, what does that mean?" He's like, "We're going to pay you out. Don't tell anyone else because you haven't done it, but you've helped the family out so much. You've helped out the business, all that. This will get us through the next couple of months because where I'm working now, I didn't think I'd get a job in the field so quick." But yeah, 4 days after I got made redundant, I got the call from Troy saying, "We've actually found you a start now." So it was a whirlwind again.
So that journey into the counselling world you live in now, was your wife pushing you to find purpose? Or?
So I wanted to do it for a long time, but just wasn't ready in myself. And then, you know, I fell in love with the civil construction job. So just put it on the back burner. Then my body started giving out. I had to have a think about it. And I said to the wife, "I think that's where I'm going to go." I got the news I was made redundant. She said, "Right, do it. You know,
Jump.
it's time, you know."
Yeah.
My body can't withstand much more physical work anymore. I haven't looked back.
Yeah.
It's been sick.
Complete health took you on straight out of that.
Yeah.
You said.
I had an interview the week before while I was still
Still doing something.
employed.
Did you know that was coming, the redundancy?
No, I just thought I'd get the arse. There was no talk about
You
that.
knew something.
Yeah. He already knew because I had a conversation with him about wanting to change field, and he was very supportive.
Yeah.
He's like, "Look, if you need to just work 4 days, that's fine. You know, if you need a placement, whatever." And then it was just a whirlwind. He did his best to help us out, and yeah, that was the start of everything.
So what qualifications have you got under your belt right now?
All right, as of November last year, I qualified Cert 4 AOD,
Yeah.
which is entry level to AOD work.
Yeah.
And by June, I'll have my mental health worker certificate, and then hoping to follow that up with a diploma.
Fantastic.
Someone that hated school.
How does lived experience help you with your job now?
Oh, I don't think I could do it without it.
Yep.
When I did get help on and off all throughout my life, as soon as I seen someone that's had no lived experience, I'm at the door. You can't help me because you don't even know.
Yeah.
You open your textbook and, you're not under this heading. Maybe we'll go see someone else. I don't have time for
The
that.
clients get a sense that you're not just speaking from the book.
Yeah. Most of the people I work with, my banter I have with them, a few of them, when I'm getting to know them, they're like, "Who is this guy?"
Yeah.
I think Troy's gotten used to it too because he's like, "Oh," but yeah, I have a joke.
Yeah.
I have a carry on.
Yeah.
You know,
It makes it relatable.
yeah, that's right. You can't share everything.
Yeah.
Because you can't. That's no transference and all that.
Yeah.
But, you know, when it comes, if they ask a question like, "Do you have any experience in stuff like this?" You know, look, I do. I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah.
But, you know, so I do genuinely see where you're coming from and what you could be potentially facing right now.
Yeah.
And being able to help from that is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turning a negative into a positive.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's great. I like that. So what, compared to who you were when you were just living hit to hit to who you are now? Yeah. Who are you now compared to that? How would you compare the two people? Completely different people, or does that experience is a really good thing for where you are now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I quite often get asked, do I regret? And
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Feel bad about decisions I've made, but I don't regret a single one of them because I wouldn't be where I am now.
Without the experience.
If I could go back and tell the younger version of me something, it'll be just keep going. You know, you're gonna get there. Just takes a monumental moment. Like, it can be a woman, can be, you know, like a mate, can be something you see on the billboard.
Yeah.
There will be a light bulb moment. Hopefully it comes for everyone. It might not. That's pretty much where I see it now.
What part of your story still hurts the most?
I think it was the way people looked at me. I never had an issue with what people thought about me.
Yeah.
The way people looked at me,
Weighed heavy.
yeah, it weighed heavy because it hurt.
Yeah.
Could feel it.
You already had that view of you.
Yes.
You didn't need the people
Yeah.
to care about giving.
That's probably
Not trying to
yeah.
put words in your mouth.
No. And I think a lot of people can relate to that too because it is a thing.
Yeah.
We try not to look at people with judgment, but we're fucking human. And I'm sorry, but if someone says I'm not judgmental at all, I call bullshit because we all have some kind of
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's your proudest moment so far about surviving it.
Yeah, be able to do things like this,
Yeah.
you know, just to let people know that your story is relevant. Your story can be used for good.
Yeah.
Your story is your story, not anyone else's.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's it. Just being where I am now, I'm super proud.
Yeah. No, you've done really well, man. Like, it takes a lot. One of our mates from Geelong, Brendan's got the tattoo on the back of his head, the 2%.
Yeah,
Only 2% of people
Survive it.
who
Yeah.
are addicts make it through clean.
absolutely.
Actually come out the other side and stay clean. Like, it's a hard thing to get
Yeah.
through.
It is.
And it does irreparable damage to yourself and people around you.
And it's nothing.
Finding your way through that and actually having that support around you, that's the key. Like,
Absolutely.
find your tribe.
If you could find that Cory in the lowest moment of his life, what would you be telling him to get him out of it?
Nothing. I wouldn't tell him anything because knowing where that Cory is going to end up, you can't manipulate anyone's choices. You can't manipulate what people think at a certain point in their life. They've got to come up with that themselves. I'd probably just give him a massive hug, have a cry with him, and leave
You'll be
it.
right, mate.
Sit
Yeah.
with it. Yeah, keep going. All right. Anyone listening right now, what do you hope they take away from your story?
Don't be scared to be yourself. Don't be scared to speak up. Even if life is going really well, you're still going to hit shit points. You're going to hit those lows. It's not necessarily about those lows. It's about how you can come away from it. Most breaking points, it's like your muscles when you're working out, they break. When they heal, they come back stronger.
Yeah.
So I think don't wallow in those low points
Yeah.
and celebrate every win. It doesn't matter how small they are. You got out of bed, fuck yeah, I got out of bed. Yeah.
Definitely.
Is there anything today that you think we haven't really talked about that you'd like to talk about?
Actually happier than I thought.
It's pretty easy, isn't it?
Mate, when you sat down with us that first time down at Geelong, you were nervous as fuck and you were like, oh, I don't really know how to talk about myself. And like, mate, we've just talked for nearly an hour.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And as we said at the time, mate, it's just a conversation.
Yeah.
The whole point of this podcast is, tell your story so other people know you're not the only ones going through this shit.
Yeah.
So we can get more people up here talking about it and making it okay. We're not all polished rocks. We're not all diamonds on the shelf.
Some of
We've
us
been
have been-
through the shit.
We've all got lived experience.
Yeah.
Most of us have got lived experience.
Even the ones who say they don't, they have. It's just not our experience.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you don't meet many people who have had a perfect existence.
Yeah.
Yeah, you grow up rich, you're miserable because there's
Yeah.
fucking rules that come along with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's all relative. Everyone dreams of being the fucking. All the girls dream about being the princess. The fucking rules that come with doing that.
So the term "twist the throttle," what does that mean to you, mate?
When you hear those words,
Just keep going.
yeah,
I think that's just those words. That's probably what it sounds like to me.
yeah,
Yeah.
open highway, let's go.
Yeah.
Squid on there.
Waste a bit more money.
Find your fuel. Grab a keychain. So what's next for Cory?
What's next is
The diploma was on the card.
the diploma, which I might put off for a year just to decide exactly.
Which
Yeah.
'cause it's a real specialty field, isn't it?
Yeah, I absolutely love every aspect of what I'm doing now. The progress that Troy's making within the company is massive, and I really am proud to be part of it.
Yeah.
I feel like he wants to bring me along with him.
Yeah.
Don't know why, but I got a lot of respect for him. Yeah, and absolutely love what he's doing. I want to be a part of every step of it. So I think maybe in the new year, like next new year, I think we could be talking a different story and going some other direction.
Another pivot.
Yeah, I'm just excited.
Yeah.
I just love being part of it, and I love everything I'm doing now, being boots on the ground,
Yeah.
and trying to make a difference.
Good. I'm going to actually re-listen to Troy's. You know, that was a while ago now, sitting in your old house.
Yeah, mate.
He was talking about a lot of the things he was planning on doing.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's coming together.
The guy's definitely got drive.
Has he ever?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love bumping into him, and every time he's like, "No, I don't want to be famous." Like, the next post is
Doing a
another
good job.
1,000 followers. I'm like, drag us along with you, mate. So, what do you do down there? What's your main contribution?
All right. My main contribution as a sport worker, I have a few participants that I work with on a daily basis. It could be 2-hour shifts, 4-hour shifts, whatever. And I'm very passionate about that. It's a lot of fun. We also have men's groups Monday, Wednesday, Fridays.
To get in the gym?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll take a participant with me, and we'll have a couple of other support workers that do the same. Open to men over 16. It doesn't have to be on NDIS, just a free one. I love to get involved with the whole crew. We have events like Alan for Men's Mental Health. He's now doing a walk once a month around one of the lakes in Ballarat. So a couple of the men's groups went down. So everyone gets involved. Everyone chips in. And that's what we try to instill in everyone. We're running a free service. We're not asking for donations. Hey, if you want to, you can.
give back.
Yeah, but give back. You know, just ask us, can we do something this week?
That pay it forward.
Yeah, and they're all doing it.
Yeah.
Whether it's running a gym session, running a boxing session.
You got any shining stories?
What do you mean?
Like people that you can say, look, he's turned his life around.
I think it's all a work in progress.
Yep.
We're always going to have. They'll come to us. Our main drive is for them to be able to turn around to us and say, we don't need your help anymore.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate, you know. I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah.
You know, there's some that will be there for the long haul because that's what they need. Because every individual, their needs are different, and we try to meet them all. If we can't meet them, we'll network and we know people that we'll find the people that, you know, because obviously we have a scope that
I think, once you start going down that NDIS path, like the amount of different services out there, it's really hard to navigate.
Yeah.
Who do I talk to?
Yeah.
Well, that's
I know I need help, but
I'm not going to,
know.
but you might know
Yeah.
about services that will fit my needs.
Yeah.
Point me in the right direction.
Yeah, and it's all, you know, okay, we can give you a list of, hey, we've got these 10 services that could work for you. This is all the information on every single one of them. You make that choice.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to say you need to see this person.
Go and do
so
that.
our thing is we're not there to do, we're there to help.
Yeah.
Assist. And ultimately you do it with us there.
Yeah.
If that's what you want. You know, and then we've got Phil, the boxing yak. I'm sure you've seen it on Facebook, on the socials. He's just had a fight in Port Melbourne, I think, just a Saturday gone. Cleaned up, the little legend he is. I'd hate to cop a punch from him. He's doing awesome.
Yeah.
He's on his own journey, as well as his coach, Luke. Luke did really well too. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there, but apparently it was a really good day. But yeah, we're just trying to network out. You know, you got Troy, knockaround guys. They're doing great things. Jacob, Dennis, all them. But yeah, just watch this space.
Yeah.
Things are happening.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's
All
it.
right.
Thanks a lot for coming along, Corey.
Thanks
Really
for having me.
appreciate you coming along and having a chat and telling us your story.
Thanks for making the time.
Until the next episode, thanks a lot, watchers, listeners.
CYC. Thanks for riding with us today on Twist the Throttle. If you enjoyed the ride, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your crew. Remember, no matter how tough the road gets, you're never riding alone. Stay safe, stay open, and catch you on the next ride. Keep that throttle twisted. Thanks for riding with us today on Twist the Throttle. If you enjoyed the ride, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your crew. Remember, no matter how tough the road gets, you're never riding alone. Stay safe, stay open, and catch you on the next ride. Keep that throttle twisted.